I think it's important that we look for ways to pay for our investments.
And another very useful characteristic is that they really care about people. That's the kind of thing I would look for in a teacher.
One of the things I like to say to people is that the world can be your soulmate. Don't try to look for your soulmate in one person.
All of us, I think, look for mentors that we respect, one, and two, that we could learn from.
This brain goes off first and it gets to the answer. This brain doesn't really have time to contradict or think or dispute or look for the evidence.
So if you just have a small spot as a gardener, look for those plants and plant 10 of them.
You know, for me, I just want the truth. That's it. That's what I look for.
This legislature also has got to look at the forecast between now and June.
We all look for objective proof of love, don't we?
And so I had heard about these websites and I looked for them, I couldn't find them.
And I was wondering if there is something specific that you look for when you're considering taking on a role?
I want that business to be successful. So that's why I look for businesses that are profitable and earn good returns on capital.
And then she came up to me after, and I think she knew I took it, and she said, I'm missing $5 and we really need it. So I remember pretending to look for it.
Oh, you should look for one long-term partner and all of these things.
It baffles a lot of minds, and they look for other answers.
The same way that if you're a religious person, maybe wherever you go, you look for your church on Sunday.
Well, let's go look for a play that might be part of this conversation.
Domain knowledge, solve their own problem, committed, authentic. Those are the ingredients that we look for.
And they will go through it, and they will look for things that probably should be corrected.
My purpose was to try and clean them up or look for obvious... One of the things I was looking for was alcohol, by the way.
They certify products on 1 to 5 plus. So if you look for chicken or turkey, you can get level 1, step 3, step 5 product if they've got it in.
Well, they will look for talent in unusual places. Bill Walsh is a good example, actually.
Where you can have a meaningful relationship with other human beings. I keep coming back to this, and not look for the kind of magic bullet teaching pill.
What you don't want to look for is a big English language sign that says no frozen food on the most expensive square in Rome.
What you want to look for here is an incredible discrepancy between horrific events that she describes and her very, very cool demeanor.
We look for investment, we build business plans, we follow plans, we ask our customers.
When you can discover what you didn't know would be useful. Curation should be all about serendipity, which is look for something, find something else, and realize that what you found was more conducive to your needs than what you thought you were looking for.
Now, what's important is to look for what were the signs that we would survive.
And when we look for solutions in politics and in democracy, we are faced with political institutions designed 400 years ago.
What you find is you look for the outliers, right? Where is that something is incongruent to what you found in the interview, to what the psychometric test or their competency says.
Focusing on the number of friends or social media contacts doesn't necessarily get you where you want. That it's almost a fallacy to look for closeness just by quantity.
If you get a chance to see that show on public television, look for the Rick Steves special on the Holy Land.
And these days, they look for interesting new opportunities to invest or advise or whatever.
In the first half of the 20th century, many gamblers would actually watch the tables instead of sitting in the bar and collect the data and look for biases.
Those skills are completely transferable to being a manager and to being a leader. So much so that I would look for people with caregiving experience as managers.